All right, this is Franco again. Welcome back to video 2. This is Facebook Prospecting Lesson 2. We're talking now about connection, connecting, and the power and the art of simple conversations. Here's what you want to do to make effective connections with other people. You want to study the person's profile, number one. This is golden data. This is golden information for the marketing mindset. Never before in the history of the world has there been a mecca of marketing of this size. Facebook is absolutely a godsend to marketers because simply by studying a person's profile, people get very personal with their profiles. They let you know what they like, what they don't like, what they're into, what their passions are, what they're interested in, what they're looking for. You could see where their mindset is just by observing their content, their status updates, their quotes, what they're talking about, their rebuttals, their comebacks, what they like, what they don't like. So you can learn a lot of information about people just by studying the person's profile. Okay? It really is a salesman's dream, a lot of information. You can decipher whether this is a positive person or is this person just a cynic? Are they bashing everything that doesn't relate with exactly what they do? You know, there's people out there that, yeah, they're either coaches or they think they've been around long enough that they have a license to bash everybody else around them and ridicule what they're doing if it's not selling their stuff, you know. You can find people like that and silently, stealthily, you can figure out which type of person you would deem desirable and which type of person has a repelling personality. And you can pinpoint the people that you really want to network and build relationships with the ones that you just want to ignore and maybe even unfriend and just, you know, there's tons of people out there. So this is a very powerful feature within Facebook that you can get to know a lot about people without engaging them yet. So what you're looking for desirable traits, pleasing personalities, positive people, motivated people, ambitious people, entrepreneurial people. What do you have in common with them? Before you approach people, dig around a little bit. What do you have in common with them? Dogs, do they like or dislike dogs? Schools, what do they talk about school? Homeschooling, private schools, where did they go to school? Maybe you went to the same alma mater. Their mindset, again, checking out their personality. Not everyone is good for this industry. You have to look for very positive, open-minded people. What maybe something within their profession, their trade, is parallel to yours? Is something you have in common? What are their interests? What are they interested in? Music, movies, books, so on and so forth. Yeah, these are ways that you can connect with people so that you can have data or information, a foundation for starting simple conversations, right? So now it leads us into the next question. What do you say? What do you say to them after you do a little bit of research? Well, here's the thing. Let's start with a philosophy, okay? And this is going to take us into a very, very important part of this course. And let's start with a platform concept. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive, right? Think about it. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. Here's another founding philosophy to what we're going to study right now. He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. And a third philosophy before we dig into the meat of this lesson today. Develop a deep, driving desire to master the principles of human relations. It's absolutely essential if you're going to be in the home-based business marketing arena, if you're going to be in the social networking arena within, you know, learning how to do it, learning how to use it effectively to build or gain exposure or expand your sphere of influence, expand your warm market by what? Turning strangers into friends and then just partying with your buddy, sharing information, inviting them to see what it is that you do, see if it's for them, right? It makes it fun that way. It makes it casual. You're not worried about these, overly analytical clicks and analytics and this and that and screwing people out of their money for the wrong reason. No. Now you get to party with your buddies and they want to do business with you. Doesn't matter what program you have, doesn't matter what niche you're in. If they really like you, know you, trust you, and they want to make some money and they're ambitious and you've got some synergy going, there's nothing anyone can do to stop them from wanting to work with you. But for you to be able to do this, you must develop a deep, driving desire to master the principles of human relations. And we get into a very old book with a very new twist, and we're talking about Dale Carnegie. Facebook, I bet you thought Facebook was new. Facebook is really just old school human relations, people skills on steroids. Facebook is an old school idea, and Dale Carnegie wrote tons about it. So let's continue on here to part 3. Here's some things that you want to make sure you write down. These are critical. Whenever you're on Facebook, and I'm going to sound like I'm contradicting myself, but try to strategically keep your emotions in check, okay? Meaning, do not stay away from the trigger, stay away from the keyboard, okay? If you get all hot and passionate, all pissed off about something, before you go to the keyboard to hit reply, watch it. It can come back to bite you. Remember, we're looking to attract people, not repel them. A lot of people don't think about what they post. They post some stuff that really brands them. Think about this. Every single post you make on Facebook is a marketing piece for you. It's some kind of an ad, and it's going to position and brand you in a certain way. The perception, how people perceive you, is more important, really, in the marketplace than what the truth is, right? The truth is you may be very open-minded and a great gal. But if you blast off on everybody that's in the biz op industry, or blast off on this and blast off on that negatively, over time, people are going to think, wow, what the heck has gotten into her? She's so bitter. She's negative about everything. All she wants people to do is just buy her. That's it? Come on, So be very careful. And here's the key element. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. This doesn't mean you can't state your opinion, but just be careful. Have some emotional intelligence. Get that book, EIQ, Emotional Intelligence Quotient. Very, very important for how we earn our money in this industry. You want to not criticize, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Why? Nobody follows a whiner or a thumbsucker. Plain as day. Nobody's going to follow you. Oh, they'll give you little pity party pats in the back and they'll rub your belly a little and rah-rah you to death, but they're not going to follow you. They're not going to buy from you. Nobody follows a whiner or a thumbsucker. Okay? People are looking for leaders. Leadership. I'm not talking leaders, this attitude attraction marketing thing. No. I'm talking people that demonstrate leadership qualities, people with confidence. They've got some passion, they've got some good energy, they're nice, calm, cool, collected, they don't get flustered over stuff, they're always positive, nothing's a big deal to them, right? Those are the people that attract serious people. Why? Well, if you think about it, way back in our history as human beings, at some point in time, we had to get good at hunting and gathering, or else we perished, right? If we didn't bring home the bacon, we were going to die or freeze or both, right? So within our nature, within our DNA, we tend to follow people that we feel, we have a perception that they're pretty good hunters and they're going to teach us how to survive, right? You'll follow that person. And those people tend to exude or demonstrate certain traits, certain characteristics, confidence, clarity of purpose, decision makers. They're excited, they're positive, they're not wallowing in, 5 years ago, the program that scammed them, right? They've moved on. They're always excited. They're in today. They're excited about tomorrow. They're not boo-hooing about the last 3 gurus that they paid, right? That they think they got scammed or whatever. People don't follow those. They'll give you an ear, but they won't follow you. So, and it starts with, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Then, there's nothing, this is a philosophy, this is a concept. Just listen to this concept. There is nothing I need so much as nourishment for my self-esteem. This is what every single human being, especially if they're already in social networking sites like Facebook, this is speaking loudly inside their head. This is really what people are looking for. Why do people spend hours on Facebook? That's not your family. Those people aren't paying you. They're not your boss. Why then do people spend so much time expressing themselves, right? Let's read that statement again. There's nothing that the human psyche needs so much as nourishment for their self-esteem. We call that adding increase into other people. Just focus on that, just ponder that for a second. And then what you do want to do on Facebook that really helps attract people to you, get more eyeballs to your information, to you, is give honest and sincere appreciation. We'll be sincere about it. Don't patronize people. Don't with hollow, hollow, in a hollow way, just pat them on the back and rub their belly. I'm talking about give them honest and sincere appreciation. People, here's what happens. People are nosy by nature. There's all kinds of stuff happening on Facebook. When somebody takes the time to really honestly give you sincere appreciation and they post something like that, something specific about something that you wrote, hey, I liked what you wrote about that, that's really great, you're a deep thinker, I appreciate that, blah, 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 1, 2, 3, ABC, see you around. What would you do? Case in point, when somebody posts something like that, as busy as I am, when I see somebody posting something specifically to me like that on my wall in public, right? There's a public format to Facebook. It's the news feed where everyone sees what everybody else's friends are kind of writing. You're all keeping in touch with each other. Then there's your wall. Your wall is public too. That gets fed into the news feed and people can visit your wall and see all the public comments, all the status updates and the threads, the conversations, the back and forth dialogues, all that stuff, they can see that. That's the public area of Facebook. Then there's a private area of Facebook, and that is where you can chat one-on-one with people. Nobody else sees that. You can send private messages. Nobody else sees that. And of course, phone numbers are in there. You can call people one-on-one, email them one-on-one, all that stuff. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're putting the right information in the right stage, right? You want to give honest and sincere appreciation on people's walls. You want to give honest and sincere appreciation, and you want to nourish their self-esteem. You want to add increase to them in the public places so that later you can take the relationship building and the networking aspect into the private places. Private message, private email, private chat. That's where we get into the invitations and sharing our tools and sharing our information, getting them closer to the business aspect of what we do, right? And sifting and sorting their interest in that avenue, that angle. So that's what we do in the private. You don't want to be pitching your products and services right on their walls. That's rude. But you want to give honest and sincere appreciation. You want to add increase. You don't want to criticize. You don't want to complain. You don't want to condemn anybody on public or private places. Okay? So that's kind of the maneuver. That's the move. That's what we're doing. Okay? So let's go on to the next one. And if this is an awesome philosophy here too. If there's any one secret of success, it lies in the ability to get the other person's point of view and see things from that person's angle as well as from your own. You ever meet somebody that you just know seconds into a conversation, they're not listening to you, they're not hearing you, they're just waiting with bated breath to jump in there, and they're just, you can see them analyzing what they're going to come back with, competitive conversationalists. They just want to debate, they want to argue all the time, and they're not really paying attention to you. They just want to state their case. It's all about them and what they think, and they're the god, and you just got to take it, and everything that they say is true, right? Aren't they annoying? Aren't they repelling? Don't you just float away from people like that? If there's any one secret of success, it lies in the ability of you learning how to figure out what the other person's point of view is and really express yourself back to them so that they can know that you're seeing things from their perspective as well as from your own. That's the definition. That's a demonstration of an open-minded person. Doesn't mean you have to change your personal opinion, your convictions, what you really believe. You can disagree. You can agree to disagree. But isn't it nice to be respectful to people and let them understand that you did see their point of view? And I guess, you know what? If I was you in your situation, I'd be thinking the same way, man. But my situation is this way. So, what I found in my life when that happened to me, I found that I ended up thinking this and this and this way, and this is where I am now, and I'm excited about. And there you go. So you're not bashing other people. You're not being wishy-washy either. But you're letting them know you're seeing things from their point of view. This is very attractive to people. It's very magnetic. It's part of the things that all wrapped up together create what people call in this industry a pleasing personality. A pleasing personality. And if you don't have or develop a pleasing personality, you're not going to make very much money in this industry, and your guru can't save you unless they teach you and show you and demonstrate to you how you can create more of a pleasing personality. That's what social networking is all about. You're either going to attract or you're going to repel, and you're going to do it fairly quickly. Okay? So the next concept, self-expression. Goes to the heart of a site like Facebook. People are there to express themselves. Self-expression is the dominant necessity of human nature. This is all from Dale Carnegie, guys. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Apply that book, the concepts, the philosophies in that book by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is how to apply them to Facebook. This is how I can go into Facebook 10 to 15 minutes tops every single day or every other day, connect with a couple of buddies here, they're in private, and do a little stuff in the public areas to attract other people. And I generate almost daily good quality leads, new relationships, build trust with more people every single week with Facebook, and they don't charge me a dime. I don't have to place ads. The people are right there. I just got to meet with them. Ad increase, the art of simple conversations, and there we go. And also know the game plan. Know where to take the public networking into the private networking, and then invite them to take a step closer to me. That's what we're getting into today, okay? So let's finish up this slide. We'll finish up this video with this. What you want to do is you want to arouse in the other person an eager want. Eventually, you want to arouse in other people an eager want. That's mastery. That's the art and science of persuasion, of having influence, of being a person of influence, of using influence as a tool positively to help people grow and come closer to you. That's what we're doing on Facebook as we do all of these exercises and we think about all these concepts. That way they're going to be in your subconscious. Repeat them again and again and again in your mind. Study this again and again. Write it down so it's being engraved in your subconscious as you put the pen to paper. I know you're never going to read them again, but write them down, write them down, write them down. This way when you're on Facebook, it just becomes habit. That's how you set up a new habit and replace old bad habits with new productive habits. You just repetition over and over. And soon you'll be on Facebook. You won't have to come back to this training anymore. And you'll be doing all of this. You'll be living through these philosophies. These concepts will be top of mind. Top of mind. And you'll be attracting people. They won't know why. They won't know what it is about you. All they'll say, you know what? Pleasing personality. That person just got a really great personality, charismatic, yada yada. And there you go. But now you're learning how to do that, how that happens. Okay? So let's cut this video and I'll see you back here on the next video and on the next slide. I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye-bye for now.